Good day everyone. For today's video, I'm going to discuss to you the different economic problem in our society today. So what is meant by economic problem? So economic problem is generally means the problem of making choices that occurs because of the scarcity of resources. It arises because people have unlimited desires but the means to satisfy that desire is limited. Therefore, satisfying all human needs is difficult with limited means. So now, I'll give you some example of economic problem. So, the first is the economic problem of pollution. So, one of the most frequent problems is the economic decisions can have external effects on other people not involved in the transaction. For example, if you reduce power from coal, the pollution affects people all over the world. Acid, rain, global warming. This is a particular problem because we cannot rely on the free market to provide the most efficient outcome. If we create negative externalities, we don't take them into account when deciding how much to consume. So, what would be the possible solution of pollution? So, the first way to reduce pollution is to practice the 3 R's concept, namely reduce, reuse, and recycle. Citizens should reduce the usage of air conditioners as it will release harmful gases. For instance, ozone depleting chlorofluorocarbons, which will result in reducing air pollution. One may make no difference, but when carried out together, massive changes can be made. Moving on, reusable items more is also one of the way to reduce pollution. For example, instead of throwing away a worn out tire, it can be used as a plantation plot. The next way to reduce pollution is to recycle. Recyclable items such as glass, newspapers, cans. The recycled newspapers, which will reduce extra waste on earth, indirectly contributing in reducing land pollution. Therefore, practicing the 3 R's is one of the most effective ways to reduce pollution on earth. So the next example of economic problem is the mass unemployment. So unemployment has been a major economic problem in advanced economies. One of the principal causes of unemployment is swings in the business cycle. A fall in demand for goods during a recession causes people to be laid off because of the depressed state of the economy. There is an imbalance between demand and supply of workers. Unemployment can also be caused by rapid changes in labor markets. For example, unskilled workers unable to gain employment in a high-tech economy. Unemployment is a problem because it is a waste of resources, but more importantly, it leads to very high personal costs such as stress, alternation, low income, and feelings of failure. So now, I'll give you a possible solution of unemployment. So, we should first bring about a complete change in the present education system so that our young students will be self-reliant and they will no more seek any government jobs to earn their livelihood. Instead of sitting up heavy industries in the country, we should encourage useful, small-scale and cottage industries which will undoubtedly provide engagements to more and more people. Our agriculture should be modernized so that it will attract our educated youth. The unemployed young men and women should be extended every financial aid to pursue some occupation independently and thus earn their living. While preparing our national plans, the government should pay particular attention to create more fields for self-employment. So the next economic problem in our society is inflation. So high inflation can be a serious problem if prices rise faster than wages and nominal interest rates. In peoples with periods of rapidly rising prices, people with savings will see a decline in their real wealth. If prices rise faster than wages, then people's spreading power will decline. Also, rapidly rising prices creates confusion and uncertainty and can cause firms to embark on investment and spending. Countries which have experienced hyperinflation have said it is a very traumatic period because all the economic certainty is washed away, leaving people without any certainty. Hyperinflation can cause not just economic turmoil but political turmoil as the people lose confidence in the economic situation of the economy. So now, I give you some solution of inflation. Reducing government spending would tap down on demand-fueled inflation, while at the same time restoring confidence in the ability of the federal government to pay down the debt and thus inflation expectations. Removing barriers to work through occupational licensing reform, increased work flexibility, and mitigating work disincentives in tax and transfers programs would increase labor force participation, thereby reducing the cost of production for firms. That's all for today's video. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Bye!